Good evening, guys. Welcome to the channel. If you are a delivery driver or a rideshare driver, then you are in the right place. My name is Mandy. I'm Driver Lady Pro, and tonight's topic is Surge Club, scams, and fake vomit tricks. So tonight I want to talk about. I want to. It's a live stream video, just so you know, if you're just getting in the room or if you come in later. A lot of time, I really love doing live stream videos because I like to talk to my peeps. So tonight I'm gonna present an article that is about a driver in North Dakota is sentenced for vomit fraud. Please, guys, really, if it seems like it might be shady, it might be shady. It's probably a good idea not to do it. And I've always lived my life with it's better to do the integrity is doing the right thing even when nobody is looking. Okay, so this is in West Fargo, and his name is Travis Rowland, and he's 34. He pleaded guilty to 2 charges: attempted theft of property at West Fargo Municipal Court on June 12th, according to the court records. The judge ordered Rowland 30 days in jail and deferred the sentence for 1 year, meaning Rowland charges can be expunged in 360 days. The complaint against him was he filed fake vomit fraud. So guys, it seems like it might be able to do, and this guy has to pay $700 in fines and fees. He probably ends up having to do some community service. You never know. And of course, he's going to end up losing his job. I'm sure he ended up already losing his job. This fake vomit thing is like, I've heard of people doing it. It's not a good idea. It's just not. It's better to do the right thing all the time. And then if somebody, if you hear somebody else doing it, that is like reassuring you you're on the right path. So this guy ended up getting $700 in fines for the fake vomit fraud. So just because it seems like you might not get caught, really, are you going to get caught? I mean, sometimes yes, sometimes no. Is it worth it? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Okay, so I'm going to give a shout out before I go on to my next article. What's up, Lady Pro? Says Ed Garcia, the White Sox. All right, buddy. I am now, just so you know, because of the political agenda of the Cubs, I am in the north side, but I have decided I am now a White Sox fan. Go Sox! Seymour Butts, yo, yo, yo. Uberhants in the room. Welcome. What is going on tonight? Says Uberman Tampa. Hey guys, thank you for joining. Okay, so what is if you've never been here before, you might be wondering, what is this girl doing in my background? I do plan on getting a man. It was my idea to try to get more likes. I am going to try see if I can get, tonight we're going to go for 30 likes. Okay, if you like the video, you can see the lady underneath the pizza. Okay, so and we will be doing, I have to go to Barnes & Noble. We'll be doing one for the ladies. All right, let's move on. All right, unbeknownst to you guys, And let's just talk about first. Before we go on to all of the other article that I do have prepared for tonight, I do want to talk to guys about. I don't know if y'all saw him. He's my favorite YouTuber. I'm just gonna say that. Well, he's one. I shouldn't say he's my favorite because I love you all. Okay, but I really. Well, actually, Kevin is one of my Kevin, but it's a mix up between Kevin. I really enjoy Kevin's content, and I really enjoy. I really it's a mix up between Kevin and. I really like Paid to Drive too. Paid to Drive. I really like Dustin. Dustin is driving. So Dustin is driving was talking about Surge Club, guys, and what he ended up on the news. And if you, I didn't even put the link. I was going to just talk about it, but I can put the link later. I will make sure I put it in the description below if you're watching this after the fact. And he ended up on the news because he did this. He did this article, or he did this a vlog about Surge Club, and I'm not so sure Surge Club can go on here at O'Hare, and here's the reason why. Uber is always surging to draw drivers to the airport, and the reason why what they're doing a lot of times, what they're doing, you know how you end up seeing like a $10 surge and you're just sitting there and you're like, what? I'm not getting any. I think Uber is now like watching and predicting what is going on, and they're trying to get more Uber drivers in the lot by putting surge up, because this is why I believe, this is just the theory, guys, here in Chicago. This is my theory. Uber is always surging at O'Hare. Lyft is never surging at O'Hare. That Uber will always have 1 million people in the lot, and no, the guy didn't get a felony. He ended up getting fines, and he was able to expunge it after a year, 360 days, which is almost a year. So, oh, you just filed the felony charge on Uber. I don't know how that happens. Either you can go to arbitration because we're under an arbitration clause, or you can have a class action lawsuit. But I didn't know how you could file a felony charge, and maybe that I'm not a lawyer, so I don't have my degree, so in lawyerness. So anyway, let me get to the comments in the room real quick, and we will talk about, well, does anybody know what Surge Club is? I should just explain what Surge Club is. Apparently, there'll be guys watching out for, and everybody in the lot will be waiting. Most of the guys in the lot will wait, and they'll get pings, but they won't answer. They'll stay turned off. They will be sitting there waiting, but they will be turned off. And then when it gets built up enough, then they will take the surge. Now, let me remind you, most of our surges are nothing anymore. Maybe $2.50. Sometimes they might get up to a whopping $10, whereas we used to get a lot more than that. So I'm not so sure. I know these guys are trying to get more money. I understand, but it's kind of not the way I would go about it, because you're just getting a few more bucks, like $3 or $4, and you're cheating for it. And who's going to cheat? Who's going to get deactivated for a few extra bucks? So, okay. What's going, oh, wait. New York City driver log. Oh, guys, I checked out New York City driver log the other night. He's a newer channel. Please go check him out. He talks about how it is to drive in New York City, and I mean, it's good stuff. I like to hear what kind of things are going on in different areas. So he says, hey, just dropped in probably for a minute. What's up? I just filed a felony. John Lerner in the house. I just filed a felony charge on Uber. Beacon of Light driver. Hey. Seymour was the one that said, felony, explain. Yeah, I need to know. Let me post the complaint so you can see. Okay. And then Uber Hint says hi. Anyway, guys, let's go on to how many of you guys have, let me ask you, how many of you guys have heard of the Surge Club? Is it happening in your area that you know of? Because what's his name? Dustin, I got CRS, can't remember crap. Dustin said, don't listen, guys, don't be telling people about Surge Club. The people's face on the video, I'm sure they ended up getting deactivated. Of course, the people in the video, sure. I wouldn't talk about it because Uber does have fail-safe stuff in it does have like learning technology. Sorry, the reception keeps cutting out. Thanks for the shout out. I think I heard you say I was a newer channel. I think you are a newer channel, aren't you? Yeah, please check him out. Please, guys. He talks about New York driving. Seagull says, hey, Seymour Butts. Hilarious. Is that what you said? Seagull says, hey, girl, I don't want to talk about how long I've been doing this. No, I mean YouTube. I'm talking about YouTube. I'm not talking about, oh, shoot. I'm not talking about the other driving. You may have been, I know you've been driving longer, probably longer than me. Okay, guys, so let me go on. We only got 4 likes in the house, 4 thumbs up, but we got 11 people in the house. Welcome, Deanna from Chicago again. She says, sorry, I'm late to this live stream. I started my channel about when I started doing Uber, which was 3 years ago. Okay, let's go on. Okay. I did find this article. It says one of the most common scams through GPS spoofing is, guys, just so you guys know, since the internet has been out, people have been trying to find ways to scam and get card information and try to do sneaky tricks in order to get a few extra bucks. And they, the whole article is like about spoofing app. This part of the article is about stealing your credit cards and spoofing apps. A lot of you guys know that Uber is now like making it super difficult for you to even change your card information. I tried to change my card information and then they shut my card and they said I couldn't get onto my account for like freaking 48 hours. I mean, I'm like, seriously? So one of the things somebody said is what they should do is they should make you put a password on your payment stuff, another different password, so that you can get, so that passwording it or making it so you have to do some other fail-safe thing in order to get into your payment and change your payment may be helpful. So this is about scammers taking trips and stealing money. I've heard it happen, guys. One of the biggest things I have heard happen in the industry is actually operator error. Actually, the biggest thing is a lot of times what happens when it comes to these scams is people will call you and they will pretend like they're Uber. Oh, this is Uber. We're not sure if you are logged into your account, but we need you to drop whoever's in you. And the guy in your car is already part of the scam. We need you to go and drop him off right away, and etc. So, and then they end up saying, well, we need to know if you really are, like, say, Mandy. We want to know if you really are Mandy. Okay. And then I'm like, well, sure. Well, why don't you, like, go to your email and open your email, and then they ask for your email. Never give your email address over the phone. Do not ever. I mean, this is something usually I thought was something we had to tell, like, elderly people, but I do know some people that have done this in delivery and ride sharing, and given the extra, given their information over the phone. But the thing about this article I really wanted you guys to know is, I mean, these are other scams I'm talking about, but we started out talking about a different type of scam where people are trying to do the Surge Club, okay? And Uber has technologies out that can estimate if you're scamming, okay? So they have, like, if you understand, they try to check and see. They even got where they can try to tell if a passenger is drunk, if it's moving a lot, or etc. So Uber has also been keeping track of how scammers work when they're posing as fake account agents. Let's talk about that. Fake accounts here in Chicago are ridiculously a lot. Tons. I know that they're saying in this article that they can they check on fake accounts, etc., but really, we do have the police officers here, and they do have special. We need to move super fast on the technology side. They do have technology to try to see if somebody is pulling tricks. I just don't want to end up on the other end of that technology. Okay, guys? Yeah, I thought this article would tell me something, but I read it over and it wasn't, I saw something in it, and I thought, oh yeah, this is the article, but it did say that there have been, people are try to get into Uber's system and try to hack, and it's important for everybody to use your brain. Using your intelligence, a great offense is better than having to use your defense. Okay, so and any football player will tell you it's better to have a really strong offense. So I haven't been ignoring you guys. I'm just reading the article. Don't want to see stinky panini. All right. I started my channel about, oh wait, okay. At Noah, you're a veteran. All right, Mandy, thanks for the stream. Shout outs. I gotta head out. Have a good night. But if Uber and Lyft outsource customer support in different countries like India, Pakistan, Philippines, these companies accept liability. Really, I thought they were just outsourcing like the phone calls. I'm digging the calendar. Yeah. And I am going to get one for the ladies, because the ladies are like, come on, you know. And I'm trying. I got 9 people in the room, but I only have 8 likes. Dustin is driving in the house. We're talking about fake accounts. We are talking about the Surge Club. Guys, you guys know Dustin is driving. You already knew when he did his thing, when we were watching it, when we, like everybody that's part of Dustin's channel, we all knew that he was talking. He doesn't like scam people. It's really a stupid thing. And what I was also explaining about it, you didn't hear, Dustin, is, okay, so they get the surge up from maybe $5 up to maybe $10 or $12. I mean, what are you making an extra $5? You're scamming for $5, and you can lose your whole job over a freaking $5. We got 12 people in the room. If we can get to 20, I will show you the girl underneath. I will. This is. I mean, give me a 111 if you think her face is similar to Meghan Markle. I think she looks similar to Meghan Markle. That's what I think. So, guys, if you are doing the right thing, you're not going to get stuck in this position. All right. There is no Uber or Surge Club. I just made the name up. I know, but it's an awesome name. I love it. You know what? I don't know if there really is a Surge Club. Like I was telling people, I don't know if there's a Surge Club going on here, because Uber surges O'Hare before there's demand. It's always surging at Uber, and it's never surging for Lyft at O'Hare. You feel better? You sound like you did when you were healthier. Yes. Actually, guys, guess what I did today? Okay. When I got out of the hospital, I wanted to plant my garden in front. I went out and bought all the stuff to plant my garden, and then I couldn't do it. I couldn't. My spouse and everybody else, I might have been able to plant one plant, but I was out of breath. And today I went out and I did spend I spent like a few hours just putting, tying up the plants, securing them to the, putting in sticks, tying. And I mean, I bent over and I would have to take lots of breaks, but I could not do that before. So I'm not making like gigantic leaps, but I feel like this treatment is heading me in a positive direction. Okay. Driver Lady Pro, really excited into all this. Thank you, buddy. Welcome to the room. Deanna, I don't share the tricks with other drivers. Okay. There isn't. The news took my video on when I called it that and blew it up. That's because I'm not with Lyft. Papi chulo. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estado? Do you consider the 12-year-old suicide girl had a fake account? Actually, no. She didn't have a fake account in the sense that no, that's not a fake account. I'm talking about fake driver accounts. Guys, you know how many I know people in the industry here, and it goes on, and I've heard of it going on in LA, and I'm sure it goes on New York City driver log probably could let you guys know. It is ridiculous. People will go in and they will open up an account in their name. They will and they'll say, I'm George, and they will rent their account out to everybody. They'll rent their account out. And then all they do is change the little picture and bam, these people are criminals and they're wondering why they're having so many terrible things going on when there's like law-abiding citizens that actually do the right thing. And there are stings that go on here in Chicago. Uber doesn't go unnoticed by Uber guys, but it was a gift card, Yes, it was a gift card, and she put in her mom's name. It's like in fake driver accounts. They lie. Yeah, well, okay. Okay, let's get caught up in what's going on. Hey, yes, Driverly Pro, bent over. No, I mean, live in concert. Ha, ha, ha. It was a gift card, said Papi Chulo. Papi, the almost 13-year-old lied when she agreed she was 18 years of age. Yeah, exactly. And Uber isn't doing anything about it. It's like in fake driver accounts, they lie. Yep. What I caught when I entered, listen, guys, if you're making a fake driver account and renting it out, you could get deactivated and lose your business and end up in prison over it. Uber has fake accounts in Chicago because of the residents lacking checking accounts or debit cards. I don't know about that because Uber does give you a special debit card in Chicago. You can get that something bank, but I heard if you sign up for the Uber debit card, you will end up like sometimes your money's not there. I'm not going to put my money on Uber's debit card. No, I don't trust Uber as far as I can throw them. What is the topic? I just woke up. The topic is, guys, we're talking about scams, Surge Club, and I talked about a guy that just got sentenced to for hey, no limitation rideshare in the house. He just got sentenced here's the article. He ended up getting he ended up $700 in fines, 30 days in jail, and his last name was Rollins. 30 days in jail, but deferred the 30-day sentence for about 1 year, meaning Rollins charges can be expunged in 36 days or 360 days. Guys, it does not pay to be do shady crap, okay? To keep it simple. So guys, we got tons of people in the room, but I only got 10 likes. And I'm going to show lady down here under the pizza. I'll show her. Everybody says she doesn't have a very big butt. Okay, but in this next picture, I'm going to show her booty. Okay, I will show her booty if we get to 20. We're trying to get to 30. Come on, guys. We got 11. Okay, and we're trying to get 30 likes so we can show the booty at least. So you're not like, oh, shit, look it. But I asked people, nobody said anything. Do you think she has a resemblance to Meghan Markle? Guys, give me a 1-1-1 if you think she has a resemblance to Meghan Markle. But it's attached to Chase Bank. Well, that's not what I understand. I understood that it was attached to some bank, and I've seen many, not Chase Bank, and many people talking about how they got all their money and their money all of a sudden didn't show up. Last night on the lakeshore, and you know what, I don't use it, so I just know hearsay. Last night on the lakeshore, ghetto man stopped in front of me after passing me with 75 miles an hour. I today realized he rear-ended someone and stopped so the victim loses him. So the victim loses him? So you wanted him to get away? Okay, thumbs up the live stream, everyone. I gave a thumbs up. Papi Chulu says they sell fake vomit from jelly. You can go to any joke, store. You can buy it online, fake vomit. And this is why, at least here in Chicago, they started saying you have to at least show receipts of a cleaning fee. And you need like details on the receipts. He's no limitation rider says I would hit that. Guys are like, well, she has like thin legs, right? I'm like, she is. I mean, for my personal, I wouldn't go for her too skinny. But some guys are like, yeah. Guys, a lot of guys like skinny, so I'm not into skinny. But my wife is super skinny. I don't know. So I'm like, I don't really go for super skinny. But I ended up with it. Booty, 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 booty. Rocking everywhere. Chicago. LOL. No, I think she looks more like Cindy C. I have no idea who Cindy C is. The back of the Uber card comes from Chase. Poor people with bad credit in Chicago cannot get Chase-related cards. Meghan Markle meets Kelly LeBrock. I'm not gay, but I'm sure that model is okay, I guess. Yeah, well, okay. A lot of people are like surprised when I can tell if a man is good looking. I can tell a handsome man. I mean, women can tell a good looking woman. They're not dumb. I mean, we can. And people are like, what? Well, how could you know about that? I'm like, because you're gay, you're lesbian. I'm like, guys, I mean, really, come on. I mean, were you born under a rock? I mean, just because I don't want a relationship with them. And a lot of people are confused because they think, oh, you just hate men. No. I love men. Men are wonderful, aren't they? Aren't they limitation rideshare? Men are great. All you guys, you're wonderful. I think you're really great, but I don't want to have a relationship with you, right? I mean, friends, but that's it, So let me get off that. Anyway, let's talk about LOL. I think the calendar model is set average. Her body is better looking than her face. See, I think she got her boobs enlarged. I think, it does look like her boobs are fake, but don't you think you would get even bigger boobs than that if you really had fake boobs? But they do look kind of fake because they're super roundy, kind of like balloony looking, and it might just be from all the tape and the way the tape is holding, because I watched how these girls go, like they tape this all on and they spray. And if you see this next picture, you're going to see what I mean, because she doesn't have anything holding up that bathing suit, barely. There's no strap, and it doesn't look like it's going to hold up her big melons. So, I'm sure they tape all that stuff up and, spray glue and put it right exactly in the right spot. I'm sure they do it. Fake sucks. Natural is best. But yeah, she does look, to me, she is a bit slender. But that's just my feeling. So, all right. So let me see what else we were going to talk about. So have any of you guys seen or heard of this surge club, or people doing this where they make the surge go up more and more? And have you guys noticed in your area, because I have noticed it in my area that I will go to an area and it'll say $10 surge and I ain't getting no pings. And I am sure that what Uber is doing is they're putting the surge there to predict where the surge is going to be. Because a lot of times I'll go into that area and then I drive away and I'll end up getting a ping and I might only end up getting a $3 ride, but I was in a $10 surge and Uber is paying for that $10 surge that they put out, you know. So I don't think Uber is being very smart about doing that, but that's just my theory. This is not proven, guys. What do you think? Do you have fake surge in your area? Do you know of fake surge? Nobody's talking. Nobody's like, ugh. Yeah. Do you know of scams? I have been in a lot of live streams where women have admitted to giving out their card information to other people claiming to be Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Grubhub, all that. So it's super important to know that the scams are out there, know that you can get caught, you know, but many times drivers in Chicago's will log off during surges and log back on when the surge at O'Hare goes up to 27. That is called Surge Club. That is the nickname. That's not really called Surge Club. That was the nickname that what's his name? Dustin is Driving was talking about. I never have done that. I've never done that. I try to live my life with dignity and respect, be respectful. You know, I try. You know, there's times that I fall short, but drivers do not talk about it. Exactly. This was the dumb part. They actually got on the news and said, oh, guess what we do? And this is all because this is stupid. And then, you know, they woke up the next day and they were deactivated. They got on the freaking, it's a secret thing in many cities. So Deanna has heard of it. I've never heard of it. I've never have, but this really brings good point. I don't know if you're waiting for that $27 surge, okay, I don't know if that few extra bucks that you're going to get from this $27 surge is really going to make a big, I mean, okay, that's great. You get a $27 surge instead of a $5 surge. So you're making an extra $12. Well, shoot, I can just do an extra little tiny ride and I'm good. I can make an extra $12. Like you're scamming for $12. I mean, and you could lose your account over it. There should be a minimum $5 minimum minimum tips. Well, I think I don't believe the tip is required, and this is why. Tip is a gift, but I believe there should be a $5 minimum. When you show up at somebody's house, you don't get $3.25. You should get paid $5 if they leave or whatever. And the other day, like gravity thing, what about flexibility? Can we turn the app on and off as we see fit? Well, of course. And I mean, I just like Deanna says, she has heard about it. I've never heard about it. I'm kind of like, I don't scam, so I don't know. Sometimes I don't even know about what's going on. They what they do is use the app that shows the flights coming into the midway. Okay, you guys, they turn on the app at the surge or drive forward towards the surge. Okay, so do you guys know there's a couple apps and I wanted to do? I'll talk about it now. There's a couple apps that are good. Deanna may know about this. They had it plastered all over the men's, everywhere at the airport, in the porta potties. Gridwise. I heard it's free. I haven't used it only because I was sick. When it started coming out, I was sick during that. But my friends all say you don't have to go for the upgrade just and pay for it. You can use the regular Gridwise and it will tell you different events that are going on in your area, when things are happening and when things are not. Some of the older drivers that I know of, they would study up and they would find out where this stuff is. And then, so Gridwise is one thing, and then the other one is, what is it? Flight radar. Flight radar. I mean, all right, here, Deanna, I don't know about you. I can look up in the sky and see all the flights coming in. And then I know to get, but I mean, flight radar does tell you ones that you can't even see in the sky that they're headed to war. And that is one of the reasons and that may be what's going on. But it's just, I think it's funny that I've gone to O'Hare and there's nobody picking up, but the lot is full, and you see way ahead of time tons of planes, and it's surging like crazy, but the planes aren't even, they're way far away, they're on their way. And I'm like, Uber's got to be playing some tricks here. You can also just open the passenger app that tells you Uber and Lyft, more people are about to request rides. That tells Uber and Lyft more people are about to, I don't know about that. I really don't, but I do use the passenger app to make sure that I am not in an area where there's a ton of other drivers. If I'm in downtown Chicago, to strategically place myself where other drivers are not. I heard Trip drivers and rider apps came out. Yeah, Trip always says they came out. You guys, just give me a minute. I'm going to check the Trip website. And if you guys know, I signed up as a Trip passenger. I put my link in below because I am not going to give Trip any money and then wait and hope, because back a long time ago, and if you want to use my Trip link and get in on the pyramid, but it does sound like a pyramid scheme, but I signed up with Dave the Uber slave, okay? And when he came back and told me about Trip, he said, guys, this sounds like a really amazing thing that's going to happen. And he told me all about it. I was like, wow, that does sound nice. But you got to remember, it sounds like an idea. The only thing is they have to make an attempt to try to be, they can take all your money in and use it, and they have to make an attempt to at least try to make an app. And this app could be so faulty, and then you cannot sue them, because it is illegal to try to scam people. But if they actually try and scam people, they didn't do anything. They just took your money. But apparently I hear, just word of mouth, that people are getting paid from Trip, and there's no freaking app. Does that make sense, guys? Does that even make sense? Let me see if I even Trip. Google's asking me if I spelled it correctly. Trype. No, I did. Okay, let's go to Trip's Facebook. No, this is not Trip. Okay. And maybe people are saying, Trip. Trip.com. We'll try that. Trip.com. Trip company. Trip company. I don't see a web page. Trip.co. Home. Trip company. Instagram. Trip. All kinds of people named Trip, with all kinds of things named Trip. I cannot find the page, and I don't want to keep you guys hanging. So, but I will hunt that page down so you guys can actually, when you look at the Trip page, it will tell you if they've actually launched. Just the other day, we looked at Trip, and they didn't launch. And I signed up, but I didn't give them any money. And I don't think it's necessary to give any money to Trip until we actually have an app. Mandy, I let Dave the Uber slave comment about Trip. You left him. Trip says coming soon. It still says it's coming soon, right? It still says it. When it says it's here, guys, it's here in Ohio. It was like there was a rumor that it was in Ohio. Everybody's like, oh yeah, it's in Ohio. In fact, the Trip, the little Trip thing, if you go in your Play Store and you try to download the Trip app, it's no longer there. It was in the Play Store. It's no longer in the Play Store. I suppose I was supposed to be up. RWP said it was running. Mandy, might have to look for the actual Trip apps. You can go look in the App Store, but I am absolutely positive Trip is not in the App Store, because I watch other drivers, and I did watch Rideshare Revolution yesterday, and he showed the Trip app, and he showed that the Play Store and the Trip app no longer was in the Play Store, and I believe him. I mean, he showed it on his screen. Driving Miss Pixie search says that the app has launched. Okay, okay. They have been saying it launched a long time ago, but do you know anybody driving on the app? Anybody? I saw an app. I tried to get it. It didn't open. Mandy, did you hear about drivers getting fined for having outdated Uber and Lyft decals? Yes. In fact, let's talk about this. All right, Deanna, just so you know, every June, you have to update that. You have to update that thing on your car. You have to put in this is a Chicago thing. In Chicago, you have a tax chauffeur's license, and every single in Chicago around the end of June, around this time, you are going to get in your email. I just got it. Your tax emblem that you have to put in your car. Now, if you do not put that in your car and you're in the ride sharing lot, you're trying to pick up rides, you do not have a lot of people get in the lot and they think their glow light is enough, but it's not enough. Your glow lights do not count. You have to have your stickers in the window. You have to have the emblem sitting on top of your dash. I just have what I do. This is what I do. And I learned this from RWP or whatever his name is in Los Angeles. I learned this from him. I took like Velcro and I put it on my window and I laminated all of that stuff. And then I just Velcro and unVelcro because I don't like driving around with it all stuck to my car all the time. Old decals will make riders feel unsafe and make riders question their drivers. Exactly. Well, I have seen many. Well, we were getting ready I think it was last year this time. Maybe it was in August. It was just after they did the decal. They just updated the things. I have my chauffeur's license laminated too. Yes. And that's what I would do. I would go and print it out, and then I would laminate it. And then what I do is I laminate it, and then I put little Velcro squares so I can take it off and put it back on when I want. So that if I'm driving my friends around, they're not like, oh, we're driving an Uber mobile. Because you see all the time, Ubers everywhere in Chicago, but some of those people might not even be turned on. You don't know. And I don't want to be one of those guys. When I go to Michigan, I don't want to have Uber and Lyft plastered all over my vehicle. What if you have the Uber symbol sticker in your back car window and you don't drive for Uber? Well, if you want to put it there and you don't drive for Uber, that's fine. Howdy, Christine. But the whole point of the matter is, if you get in that lot and you want to pick up rides, you better have good credentials. I've seen them tow people's cars. They will put you in jail because you are soliciting rides unlawfully. And if you don't have the right license and the right stickers and everything's out of date, you are in big trouble, mister. So we got 16 people in the room. I'm sure the other people would love you to hit that like button, because if we get to 20, I'm going to show the lady's rear. Okay? People that don't drive anymore should not have decals anymore. Yeah, but some people are, I mean, why would you keep it in your car? Why? I mean, hola, Christine. It's $350 plus fines. Yeah, and I have seen them take people to jail. I seen them tow the guy's car, which you're going to get tons of fines from Chicago. Tons. And then what they're doing is so you have to get your car out of impound, which is serious. You can't make money to get that. So, I mean, just make sure you know the date, the month that you're getting your decal. Make sure you put that, if you're a Chicago driver, LA driver, New York driver, if you are in an area that requires, I know Grand Rapids, when I was in Grand Rapids, they have a special decal you have to have. And if you go to the lot, there are police walking around checking out your credentials, and they will ask you, does anybody not know how to find your waybill? Because they will ask you that. And if you're like, I don't know, then you're screwed. Why would you have the sticker if you don't drive for Uber? Some people are dumb like that. I don't know. And I have like, when this guy got towed, I was, I have a big heart, and I wanted to tell everybody, look, make sure you get your credentials right. You put the stickers in the right spot, yada, yada, yada. Okay. And a new person obviously was like, oh, I don't need the stickers. I have my glow light. I'm like, that doesn't work. Some people don't use their brain. Yeah, and I was sitting there telling everybody, and I had at least 5 people that did not have their stickers. They didn't have any stickers in their car. And then you're showing up, and it looks unprofessional, guys. You're trying to pick somebody up, and they don't know if you're their Uber. I see Uber drivers with the round Uber decal. And it's been rectangular for I still keep the round, and I have old school over Uber decals. And the reason why is because it's still legal to have, as long as it's an Uber decal, but it also shows that I am not a brand new driver. Those are bad apples. So I'm just trying to, Beacon Light says, Deanna, I drive Lyft only. I used to drive for Uber. You get discounts with the Uber sticker at certain places. I have official, I think, might have to I have to be getting off, guys. I do. It's time. It's time. It's time for me to go, guys. I do need to end. So this was the end. We got to 16 tonight. If we do end up getting to 30 in the next live stream, I will show her little booty. Okay. If we do get to 20. So like, comment, share, send this out. All right. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate talking to you. Have a great night. Just make sure you check the decals. Make sure you have the right stuff. Thank you guys. Have a great night.